My perfect man would be a tall black stallion. He loves to cook because I'm not really a good cook, so that's his thing. He loves driving. He loves driving the kids to school in the morning. He's just really, really hands-on, with my kids. He's sterile because he can't have kids of his own, so he really cherishes mine. He's funny. We do movie quotes all the time. Every time we go around, we just laugh and do karaoke. He's smart. He is very good with the money. He takes care of all that, and he just lets me, make the beds and just do me.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
Taraji P. Henson's brutally honest and emotional explanation of Hollywood's pay disparity is going viral.
I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathin'. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, it's a whole entire team behind us. Yes. They have to get paid.
Now, what does that actually mean? What that means is I represent that cold shoulder that you're going to begin to feel from black men. And we see you for who you are, black woman. We see you for the hate-filled individuals that you become because of your selfishness and your waywardness and your falling away from morality and what the Most High God wants for you. But let me tell you the difference between you and that white woman. That white woman stood by her man. Through 500 years of blood and guts, she stood by her man. And whether she liked it or not, she was right on board with him dominating this world. The Asian woman has been oppressed. The Asian man has been oppressed by 500 years of white male domination. So has the Native American and the Indian in India and the African and the Arab man, everybody. It's the white man's time to rule. Everybody gets a chance. Black people had 80,000 years and you sat next to the black man when he ruled. For the past 500 years, the white man is ruling. Guess what you do? Instead of being good companions and getting in line and waiting your turn again, you want to crap all over the black man, even the ones that mean you well. So ladies, you're being replaced. And here's the thing, I'm not going to be nice to you about it. See, I'm not like Kevin Samuels. He tried to do right by you. He tried to teach you. But I've realized you're going to hate me anyway. So what I'm going to do is give you a reason to hate me. So when I'm called home to my ancestors, all that you say will be justified. And I'm okay with that. Yeah. I am the blizzard.
Comes to us in its own time. Finders keepers, losers we.
Cognitive dissonance is a condition that happens for a myriad of reasons. Many times in modern America, men and women often do one of the following. They deny the evidence. They become enraged when you present them with the evidence. They argue to ad hominem attacks, meaning they attack the messenger instead of the message. And they will fight you or flee because they cannot hear what you are saying. A condition such as this, tied into cognitive dissonance, often happens to those that have or lack self-awareness. They stay in a perpetual cycle of arrested development, exhibited by this.
Well, listen, I appreciate that, Quiet Storm. I'm honored that you said that, man, because doing these shows are not easy. It's not easy doing these shows, man. And I am a licensed therapist, and this is edutainment for me, using clinical concepts from an ethnocentric perspective. And so, man, I'm honored that you said that, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you, the Quiet Storm. You and I have talked in the back, and I got nothing but love and respect for you. You, Gregory Scotland, Salty Balls, and
membership channel of the Kosher Clinician. There are 4 levels to this channel. There is Kosher Novice, Kosher Apprentice, Kosher Master, and the highest honors is Kosher King. You guys know I am the Kosher Clinician, and everything I do or strive to do is fit and proper. But many times we know that YouTube is a very competitive business. Some get it from the mud like me, some actually steal talking points, or more or less parrot talking points without consent or giving credence to the person that did the actual work. And because of that, I'm going to start making most of my content membership only to the great guys like Gregory Scotland, The Quiet Storm, my man Saul, and many others that always donate to the channel. Feel free to click on the link to the membership button. It'll give you all the explicit instructions that you need. And continue to enjoy content like this as listed to the top as we continue to strive to empower men from all ages and all ages. You know and I know that creating content takes a lot of time. And in order for me to ensure that my time is merited, to ensure that you guys are getting the best content to those, especially those that donate and show love on a regular basis, I've taken upon myself to take my craft seriously, or very serious, and to more or less ensure that you, the faithful listeners, men and women, but mostly men, are getting the best content possible so that you can not only get your needs met, but also so that I can ensure that I get the proper revenue, as these streams take a lot of time and they take a lot of work. And I need you guys to understand this. If it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, it ain't right. There are 7 steps that a man must go through in order to become optimized, and understanding why becoming a member of this prestigious channel is paramount as we seek for resolve in times when male-centered content is not only under attack, but so is masculinity. Be well.
Fire for your mind. Kosher Clinician.
Delusional women, a phenomenon shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Delusion, simply put, is a state of mind in which a person firmly holds on to false beliefs despite clear evidence to the contrary. This intriguing condition is not limited to any particular gender, but it is often associated with women. In the realm of mental health, delusions can manifest in various forms. Some women may have delusions about their physical appearance, believing they are hideous or disfigured when, in reality, they are not. Others may develop delusions about their relationships, believing their loved ones are plotting against them or that they possess special powers. What causes these delusions in women? Well, the answer is not so simple. Delusions can arise from a combination of genetic, biological, and environmental factors. Hormonal changes, such as those experienced during pregnancy or menopause, may also play a role in triggering delusions in some women. It's important to note that delusions are not just harmless fantasies or daydreams. They can have a profound impact on an individual's daily life, causing distress, anxiety, and even leading to self-harm or harm to others. Delusional women may become socially isolated, withdrawing from friends and family as they become more engulfed in their false beliefs. Thankfully, there is help available for delusional women. Mental health professionals can provide therapy and medication to help manage and alleviate delusions. By working closely with a healthcare team, women experiencing delusions can learn coping mechanisms, challenge their false beliefs, and regain control over their lives. In conclusion, delusional women are not a rare or fantastical concept. Delusions can affect anyone, regardless of gender. It is essential to provide support, understanding, and treatment to those who experience delusions, so they can lead fulfilling lives and break free from the grasp of false.
Fall comes to us in its own time.
Finders keepers, losers we. Fire for your mind. Kosher clinician.
If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. Heaven and hell, that's what they told you. Real men put the strap down and we can toss them. Young heads picking back up and young dolphins. This is our culture. Now we talking kosher. Clinician, masculinity issues. Absent fathers who miss you. Mama drama don't kiss you. All a part of the ritual. This is how they get you. Separate the men, women clipping babies pretend to. Damn. Lovers, haters acting like vultures. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. Listen. Listen.
All right, guys, bring it to you live from the greatest state in the union, the Tar Heel State. Guys, we're going to have a great show tonight. But I need you guys to do me a favor. Share this stream. Share this stream to at least 5 people because it's going to be a very good conversation. But winter is finally here. Winter is finally here. And the Winans made a song back in the past called Finders, Keepers, Losers, Weepers. There have been a lot of consternation around Simone Biles and her being the catch, or her husband being the catch. And a woman that's a righteous woman understands that men and women are better together than apart. But there's a condition, guys, that's permeated in society called hoflation. And because of it, many men are beginning to repraise what their worth is, and many are beginning to take their money and check out. Get your pens and paper ready, guys, as many men are laughing to the bank. Let's go.
Friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. When my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight, I go down.
This is going to be a good one on tonight because winter has finally come. And the snowman has come to get Taraji P. Henson and so many other women that had a chance to find a man in their season. But because of hubris and the lack of self-awareness, many have become delusional. What say you?
Been at bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for nothing. Me, I go to war for something. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for something. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. When my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, better strike, I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, need all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if it all is pretend? What if you rode to the end? What if you started again? This is real life, not a game. I fight my battles to win. But some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. When my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. I I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike, I go hard day and night.
All right, guys, thank you to the 19 that are tuning in on tonight. It's going to be a great show. And this one has been on the list for a minute. But winter is here, guys. Winter is here. And I would be remiss, guys, before I start the show, if I did not more or less pontificate why I do these shows. So, kosher assistant, explain to the people what my message is.
Hi, I am Eve7770, and I count it an honor to be a virtual assistant for the kosher clinician. The purpose of this show is to foster positive ethnocentrism. Many times, other cultures are not astute enough to convey the complexities of clinical concepts and social trends. This show is dedicated to unpacking the nuances of male struggles and how to increase awareness with social factors and masculinity. As purported, mental health have become a crisis, and often fear and underrepresentation is issue that impacts change.
And fear and underrepresentation, thank you, kosher assistant, is what impacts change as it relates to men getting what they deserve and women being available to get the man that could bring forth change into their lives. Mental illness is real, and so therefore I use this as edutainment, because if I talk to you about the complexities of the therapeutic process, it will bore you out. But there's a social crisis, as many women, according to studies, will be single by 2030. Many will be single by 2030. And it's consistent with that song, guys, by Harold Melvin, the Blue Notes, that say the whole world laughing at me. The whole world, guys, is laughing at me, silly fool. The whole world is laughing at me, silly fool. And you know, Taraji and many women are being laughed at, not because they have to be laughed at, but because they overvalue themselves. They stayed on the market too long, and the longer they stayed, the older they got. The older they got, the more damage they got. And they equated their social market value to their sexual market value, which was a mistake. Because your social market value might bring you prestige and acclaim to your peers academically and socially, but your sexual market value is not the same as your social market value. And once again, guys, winter is here. You know, it's hard to find a good woman in America that understands the assignment. I grew up in a time when women had a better understanding of the assignment as it relates to men and women working together and her securing a good man. But something ominous has happened, guys, where now women are more concerned about a partnership instead of her being a wife. And you can't be a wife and a partner at the same time. Some people use the words interchangeably, but you're not my partner, because partners have equality in power. And when I mean by equality in power, it does not mean that a woman that can't have or can't more or less have input in the affairs of her husband. But the man has been sanctioned to lead, love, die, and guide his woman. And that's why, guys, if I was a single man, again, I would never look at, consider, or marry a woman in the West, because they are delusional. and they don't understand their assignment. But winter's here, guys. Winter is here. It's here, guys. And it's here full-fledged. And so many tried to warn them that winter was coming, but they didn't listen, guys. They didn't listen. They didn't listen. If you don't believe me, ask the Blizzard King.
Now, what does that actually mean? What that means is I represent that cold shoulder that you're going to begin to feel from black men. And we see you for who you are, black woman. We see you for the hate-filled individuals that you become because of your selfishness and your waywardness and your falling away from morality and what the Most High God wants for you. But let me tell you the difference between you and that white woman. That white woman stood by her man. Through 500 years of blood and guts, she stood by her man. And whether she liked it or not, she was right on board with him dominating this world. The Asian woman has been oppressed. The Asian man has been oppressed by 500 years of white male domination. So has the Native American and the Indian in India and the African and the Arab man, everybody. It's the white man's time to rule. Everybody gets a chance. Black people had 80,000 years and you sat next to the black man when he ruled. For the past 500 years, the white man is ruling. Guess what you do? Instead of being good companions and getting in line and waiting your turn again, you want to crap all over the black man, even the ones that mean you well. So ladies, you're being replaced. And here's the thing, I'm not going to be nice to you about it. See, I'm not like Kevin Samuels. He tried to do right by you. He tried to teach you. But I've realized you're going to hate me anyway. So what I'm going to do is give you a reason to hate me. So when I'm called home to my ancestors, all that you say will be justified.
It's him no more.
Ma'am, book a session.
Why do you think a woman who is an average looking, below average physicality, below average weight, can sit around talking about they're going to hold out? Or wait, what are you waiting for? The answer is what many are waiting for is a sucker. They're waiting for somebody to go ahead and say, you know what? Even though you got 200,000 miles on you and had a couple of wrecks, I'm going to go ahead and pay brand new prices for it.
And guys, they want you to pay brand new prices. They want you to pay brand new prices for that used box that they gave away for free. But before we go deeper into the conversation, guys, send a special shout out to my man Salty Balls for the 10. Shout out to Salty Balls for the $10 super stickers. Shout out to him. And
Master Kosher,
deal,
the living word says
sir.
this: for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. 4.
Hold tight.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Also, special shout out to my loyal patron, Gregory Scotland. He says, salute kosher. Seems that a lot is going on with Taraji, including a riff with Oprah. Yes, indeed, guys, and we're gonna get deep into it, and that's a deal,
That's a
right?
bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Number one sponsor of the stream.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
But guys, once again, winter is here, and it's here for a bevy of reasons. And I'm going to show you guys the delusion. I was looking at Richie Mack, and I'm going to do a show on this at some point, and it talks about schema afflictions, abuse, trauma, marriage, and divorce. And guys, watch this woman, because this woman, guys, is like the typical woman in the West. And her name is Winter, by the way. This woman's name is Winter. Her name is Winter. She got 3 kids by 2 different men, and she got a 4th on the way. But listen to this delusional woman. Guys, listen to this delusional woman about what she says she wants in a man. You guys ain't gonna believe this. Shout out to Richie Mack. I'm gonna cover that show at some point. But listen to this woman named Winter, because guys, winter is here. Listen to this delusional woman called Winter. Winter is delusional.
My perfect man would be a tall black stallion. He loves to cook because I'm not really a good cook, so that's his thing. He loves driving. He loves driving the kids to school in the morning. He's just really, really hands-on, with my kids. He's sterile because he can't have kids of his own.
Now she wants you to be hands-on with her children, not children, guys. But she wants you to be hands-on with all her children, not children.
All my children.
And she said he got to be able to cook.
All our suffering.
And he got to be hands-on.
Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
And winter, guys, is going to be set winter at some point. Because it's hard to find women like your great-grandmama and your grandmother. They weren't perfect, but men that found women like your grandmother and your great-grandmother were finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Fall comes to us in its own time. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
And winter, guys, is going to eventually catch up with winter. But this woman is 28 or 29. Shout out to Richard Mack again. She got a bunch of children by 2 men or 3 men. This woman basically got 4 kids by 2 or 3 different men. And she said what her perfect man is. She's looking for one of you men to be a sucker and to put a ring on her finger and to take care of all, guys, not some, but all her children. And listen, Winter said he got to be tall, a black stallion, and he got to be sterile. So basically, she wants you to take care of her bastard kids, and you're supposed to be everything for her. And guys, that's what happens when a woman has hoflation. That's what happens when a woman have hoflation. And hoflation is the antithesis to what men need to coin a new term I made called manflation. And I'm going to do a show on it at some point.
He really cherishes mine. He's funny. We do movie quotes all the time. Every time we go around, we just laugh and do karaoke. He's smart. He is very good with the money. He takes care of all that, and he just lets me,
And she wants you to be good with the money, guys, because she's going to be spending your money. She wants you to be good with the money because she's going to be spending your money. She's going to be spending your money. She's going to be spending your money while you take care of the man that got her knocked up and take care of all, guys, her children. And she is the poster person for Winter, because Winter has finally come for this woman, because this woman is highly delusional. And she's going to be singing that song by Patti LaBelle at some point called On My Own. be singing it guys at some point by Patti LaBelle.
This is how
called On
it's
My Own.
going to be.
Make the beds and just do me.
I'm just tired of.
And only she want to do, guys, just make the beds and let her do her. Now listen, guys, this is a damaged woman. I'm sure she's probably been ran through. She got kids by other men. And she wants you to take care of all her children while she just fix the beds and let her do her. Guys, donate to the channel. Share the stream. Shout out to Gregory Scotland, Top Gun. Don't let them be the only ones that donate. Donate to the channel and share this stream. Thank you, guys.
Working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
And see, guys, what Taraji didn't understand, that is the danger of being a strong and independent woman. Taraji and so many others say they strong, independent, and they don't need a man. And I'm okay with that. You should be grateful, guys, that modern women are strong and independent and they don't need you. You should be grateful when they say, I want you, but I don't need you. Because that's more money in your pocket. So you should be rejoicing when they say, I want you, but I don't need you. Because a woman that got sense understands that when a man feels needed and when a woman feels wanted, there's fusion. Men have to feel needed in order to be productive. But if you don't need a man, then the man will say, well, I'll just use you for sex and sex alone. But keep listening, guys.
I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
Taraji P. Henson's brutally honest and emotional explanation of Hollywood's pay disparity is going viral.
I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up is a whole entire team behind us.
And the question is Taraji mismanaging her money? Is Taraji mismanaging, guys, her money? Or is Taraji just delusional? Kosherbot, what do you think about what's going on with Taraji P. Henson? Kosherbot, load the machine.
Kosherbot, load the machine.
Yes, Master Kosher, at your service, right away.
Delusional women, a phenomenon shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Delusion, simply put, is a state of mind in which a person firmly holds on to false beliefs despite clear evidence to the contrary. This intriguing condition is not limited to any particular gender, but it is often associated with women. In the realm of mental health, delusions can manifest in various forms. Some women may have delusions about their physical appearance, believing they are hideous or disfigured when, in reality, they are not. Others may develop delusions about their relationships, believing their loved ones are plotting against them or that they possess special powers. What causes these delusions in women? Well, the answer is not so simple. Delusions can arise from a combination of genetic, biological, and environmental factors. Hormonal changes, such as those experienced during pregnancy or menopause, may also play a role in triggering delusions in some women. It's important to note that delusions are not just harmless fantasies or daydreams. They can have a profound impact on an individual's daily life, causing distress, anxiety, and even leading to self-harm or harm to others. Delusional women may become socially isolated, withdrawing from friends and family as they become more
Guys, they are becoming socially isolated. And many are in denial about their delusions. And some women, and men too, guys, suffer from a concept called magical thinking. They think they can create a reality outside of themselves, and they can't. Because, see, time waits for no man. It waits for no man. It doesn't wait for me, and neither does it wait for you.
They have to get paid.
And so once again, guys, they make bad choices in their earlier years.
Believing they are hideous or disfigured
And now
when
they're
in
suffering the recompense of their error. Hold tight.
connected world. It may
And so, guys, the modern woman has been a slave to her own ignorance. And much of it, guys, is the lie of feminism. And we're going to get deeper into the show tonight. But once again, guys, we got 2 donors. If you like what I'm doing, share the stream. If you don't have any money, but please support the show as well. And thank you to the top sponsor, Gregory Scotland, and also Salty Balls. Thank you.
This fast-paced and interconnected world, it may seem counterintuitive to think that modern women are facing increasing feelings of loneliness. After all, with social media and technology at their fingertips, shouldn't women be more connected than ever before? However, recent research suggests that this is not the case. Modern women often find themselves juggling multiple roles and responsibilities, from their careers.
And basically what that means, guys, is that they're burnt out. Modern women are burnt out like Taraji P. Henson because she didn't prioritize the importance of marriage and family. It's not necessarily all their fault, but it is some of their fault. And so they didn't prioritize family. They didn't prioritize structure and community. They prioritized their career. But the problem, guys, with your career is that your career can't bring you joy in the latter years of your life. Your career cannot bring you joy in the latter years of your life. And Taraji is beginning to see the manifest effects of that, guys, now. She's beginning to see the manifest effects of that now. And she's singing that song by Patti LaBelle, On My Own.
To their families, leaving little time for meaningful connections. The pressure to succeed professionally and have a picture-perfect personal life can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. One contributing factor to this loneliness is the unrealistic standards that society places on women. With constant exposure.
Well, is it society's placing unrealistic standards, or are they placing unrealistic standards on themselves? That's the question. Are they placing unrealistic standards on themselves? Because the world told the modern woman she can have everything. And mental illness has gone up. Depression has gone up. Loneliness has gone up. Isolation has gone up. And many, many other things have gone up because the world has lied to the typical modern woman.
To filtered and curated images on social media, women may feel inadequate and isolated, as if they are the only ones struggling with their self-esteem or relationships. This can create a sense of loneliness and isolation as women compare themselves to others and feel like they don't measure up. Furthermore, the rise of online communication has its own drawbacks. While it may seem like social media brings...
And guys, here's the problem. Here's the problem, guys. You will have thought that technology will make us closer, but it's made us closer as it relates to the internet. But when it comes down to real life interaction, technology has made us further apart. Because men and women are social creatures. And the modern woman is suffering irreparably for choosing liberal thought processes over something she was designed to do. But the modern woman doesn't understand her place in the world. And the world that men created and gave her the power to oppress other men, now that same power is oppressing her psychologically. Because regardless of what she say, she still needs a man.
People closer, it often creates surface-level connections that lack depth and authenticity. Women may have hundreds of online friends or followers, but still feel disconnected from the genuine support and understanding that comes from face-to-face interactions.
This is what they said. Still feel disconnected from what comes from the face-to-face interactions with others. And that's why winter is here, guys. It's here. And winter also symbolizes loneliness. It symbolizes the end of a person's life, and many are suffering from the impact of winter.
Loneliness can have a profound impact on a woman's mental and physical well-being. It can lead to increased stress, depression, and even physical health problems. Recognizing and addressing this issue is crucial for women's overall well-being. Fortunately, there are steps that women can take to combat loneliness. Building a strong support network of friends and family who provide emotional support and understanding can be invaluable. Setting aside time for self-care and prioritizing meaningful connections can also help alleviate feelings of loneliness. In conclusion, while modern technology has the potential to connect women, it can also breed feelings of loneliness and isolation. By recognizing the causes and taking proactive steps to address it, women can combat the loneliness epidemic and create a happier, more connected life.
Well, the way she create that, guys, is by knowing the power of masculinity and falling under the leadership of a righteous man. Guys, if you got a comment or question you want me to ask, I will answer it. But feel free to donate to the channel. I will answer your question. But I want to show you guys something else, because winter, once again, guys, is here. Winter is here. Winter is here, guys. And it's destroying many women. Many women suffered during the holiday because of winter. But also, guys, because they are modern women.
However, for some black women,
so, you know, guys, not only were white women lonely during the holidays and during Christmas, but so were many black women. They don't want you to know they were lonely and single, but many black women were lonely during the Christmas holiday because, once again, guys, winter is here.
Experience of lonely black women on Christmas. Christmas is a holiday that is often associated with joy, love, and togetherness. However, for some black women, this time of year can be filled with feelings of loneliness and isolation. The holidays can be a difficult time for many reasons. For black women in particular, there are unique challenges that contribute to their sense of loneliness. As they navigate a society where they may already face marginalization and discrimination, the holiday season can amplify these feelings of isolation. Loneliness can stem from various factors, such as being far away from loved ones, not having a support network, or feeling excluded from traditional holiday festivities.
And once again, guys, the lack of male interaction, the lack of male love and support has led to winter. Winter, once again, guys, is here. It's here. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon, because instead of some of these women changing, many are still doubling down. Many are still doubling down with their irreprehensible behavior. Guys, if you want to donate to the channel, it's Cash App $7 Smalls. If you got a question, I will read your question. And also I will answer whatever questions you have for me. Thank you. But keep listening.
Additionally, societal pressures to conform to a specific ideal of family and happiness during this time can further intensify their sense of loneliness. But it's important to remember that this experience is not universal for all black women. Many enjoy fulfilling relationships, strong support networks, and joyous holiday celebrations. However, it is crucial to acknowledge and address the experiences of those who do feel lonely during this time. To combat this issue, it is essential to create spaces that recognize and validate the experiences of lonely black women on Christmas. This can be done through community outreach programs, support groups, and fostering empathy within society. It is crucial to provide resources that address mental health, encourage self-care, and promote positive connections within their communities. By taking action and addressing the unique challenges faced by lonely black women during the Christmas season.
How many women did you guys see that were lonely during the holidays? How many women did you see that were lonely during the holiday? If you saw a certain amount, I need you to hit one. Hit one if you saw a certain amount. How many women called you big head during the holiday? Shout out to my man, W. Frank, for the $2 super chat. And this is what he said. I'll cash out. And he asked a question. Mr. Frank asked a question. He said, I have a question. Should we meet women at the wall if a woman submits only because she has a need? Is that enough? Well, you answered your own question, Brother Will Frank. And I would say no if your standards are low. If you got your act together, if you've done the requisite work, I suggest you find a woman that's younger, fit, traditional, and love and honor you as a man. But no, you don't want a woman that's going to love you because she feel like her options are out. You want a woman to have genuine attraction. Because if you lose your job, if you lose everything you had, will that woman still stand by you? Genuine attraction and power is what keeps a woman in a relationship. So you basically answer your question, young man. So no, I wouldn't do it. You can do what you want to do, but I wouldn't do it, Brother Will Frank. I would not do it. Shout out to my man Theo. He said, I got called big head often. They still calling me. Need me to pay their rent. You got plenty of money, Theo. Go ahead and help them. Go ahead and help them chicks out, Theo. Shout out to Theo. Go help them chicks out, Theo. Theo rich, man. Theo top 1%.
Season, we can work towards a more inclusive and compassionate society. It's important to remember that everyone deserves love, joy, and support during the holidays.
Well, everybody don't deserve anything. Men don't deserve women, and women don't deserve love and support. I don't believe you deserve it. You got to earn your way into a person's life. I don't believe you deserve it by default. But I do believe men and women can earn it, but you just don't deserve it by default. And that's the problem with so many. They think that they deserve it, guys, by default.
Regardless of their race or gender. Together, we can combat loneliness and create a more inclusive and joyful holiday season for all.
And guys, they are feeling the impact of winter. They are feeling the impact of winter, guys. But we're going to get deeper into it, guys. I'm going to pull Taraji up in a minute. But they are feeling the impact, guys, of winter. Because tomorrow, once again, guys, tomorrow waits for no man. And because many of our women have been compromised, they drunk the Kool-Aid, and now they singing that song, Whole World Laughing at Me, Silly Fool. And they're dealing with the brokenness. They're dealing with the brokenness of not having a covering. They're dealing with the brokenness of not having a man in their life. They're dealing with the brokenness of not having a man to cover them, love them, and protect them. And you guys, you know, Taraji said in the past, Taraji's dealing with it on all ends. She's dealing with it from a financial perspective, but Taraji also is dealing with it from a relationship perspective, because Taraji said that the men in Hollywood are ran through. And guys, y'all know that a man can't be ran through. He can be ran down, but he can't be ran through. And that's clearly projection at its finest. A man can be ran down, but a man cannot be ran through. And Taraji, you should be ashamed of yourself. Elmo, come get her. A man can be ran down, but he can't be ran through. So Taraji realizes that winter has come to beset her. And let's listen to what, listen to this.
She's done with American men because they're ran through.
She says she's done with American men because they are ran through. Now Taraji is damn near post 50. Taraji is from the Tar Heel State, even though she's in Hollywood. She's actually from northeastern North Carolina, where I'm from. But she said ran through. American men, she said men are ran through. And once again, guys, That's delusional. Listen to what this woman said to the top. Woo, child. It's the delusions for me. Yeah, it's delusional. It's mental illness, guys. It's delusional for me. Yeah, very delusional. Because we know, guys, that men can't be ran through.
Ashley Henson said that she's done with American men because they're ran through. Sis, men are ran through all over the world. Africa, the Caribbean. I mean, 50 years old, are you saying that you want a virgin? Let's keep it all the way a buck. If you're over the age of 20, we've all been ran through and used up.
But even with this woman saying this woman is ignorant because, once again, men cannot be ran through. A hammer can't be ran through, but a hammer can hammer. A man can be ran down, and I did a show on that, but a man can't be ran through. He can be ran down, but he can't be ran through, Taraji, dear. Bless your heart. He can't be ran through. And that's projection. But she's dealing with the recompense of being a strong, independent woman, don't need a man. Because this is what many American women wanted. They wanted to be strong and say, I want you, but I don't need you. They say, I want you guys, but I don't need you. And men gave them what they want. Men gave them what they want. And now Taraji, guys, like so many, are suffering the recompense of their ignorance and also their error. And it's unfortunate, guys, because Kevin tried to warn them, and he was trying to get a lot of them together. I wouldn't have done it. But they laughed at him, they mocked him, and they kept doubling down after his death. And I've never been a fan of trying to necessarily bring a community back, because even if they do come back, are they coming back because they're genuine, or are they coming back out of necessity? If they're coming back out of necessity, you don't want that woman anyway, because when the economy get better, she'll go back to her old ways. So I know Kevin had a noble work, but Kevin was becoming more of a passport bro in the end. And shout out to Anton Daniels, as Anton now also is supporting the passport bro. Shout out to my man Top Gun, a channel member. Top Gun says she starred in a few Tyler Perry movies, so she may have been exposed to men who are ran through. The question is, who hurt you?
Back home, boo.
But Taraji, guys, and the world are both very delusional. But they say, I want a man, but I don't need a man. They'll say, I want a man, but I don't need a man. And guys, one of the biggest problems is this. Many don't know what men want. Many don't know what men want in relationships. And that's why so much ignorance, because they don't know what men want in relationships. And so shout out to my homeboy. And guys, I'm going to show you something, because most women are ignorant to what men want in relationships. And I'm going to show it to you guys in a minute. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm trying to see something, because they don't know what men want. But Taraji is dealing with the impact of winter. She's dealing with the impact, guys, of winter. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Hold tight. And my homeboy asked a question, and guys, I need y'all to help me, because I'm trying to see something. I'm gonna tag this. But my homeboy asked a question. Men only, fellas, rank these things from the most important to the least important for you when choosing a woman to be in a relationship? Is it her career? Is it how much money she makes? Is it her education level? Is it her looks and her shape? Is it her homemaking skills? How she makes you feel, appreciated and respected? Positive personality mindset? Feminine, pleasant, classy demeanor, or willingness to please you sexually? I need you guys to put it in the order of importance as it relates to you. I need you guys to put it in the order of importance because I'm going to clip this. But which one, guys, is the most important to you? In the order of importance, I'm trying to see something. In the order of importance, guys, which one's the most important to you? Trying to see something. So I need you guys that are listening to rank it in the order of importance. Which one is more important? Is it her career? How much money she makes? Her education level, looks, /shape, homemaking skills, how she make you feel, positive personality, feminine, pleasant attitude, or willingness to please you sexually? I'm trying to see something. Put it in the orders of importance. I'm going to give you mine, guys. Mine would be, the number one thing would be, man, this is hard. I would say 4, 6, 7, 9, 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 3, 2, and 1. And I only say it 4, guys, because I am visual. I'm very visual. But this brother said 6, 7, 8, 4. So this brother says how she makes you feel and appreciate. I respect that. Then he said it would be her positive personality and mindset. So based on that, brother Jason, if she looked like Sadell, that chick Sadell Gibby, and she was real fat like that chick, you would holler at her? The girl that played Precious. But I do respect your opinion. Then he said 9, feminine, classy attitude and demeanor. 2, and then her career came last. So guys, donate to the channel, guys, if you haven't donated, because we're going to get deep into it. It's going to be a good one, guys. It's going to be a good one. Hold tight. So guys, y'all are seeing firsthand what men want in relationships. I need some more guys to list what's most important to them. You are seeing firsthand what men want in relationships. Because see, the problem with winner, guys, is that men and women don't understand what men want. And because they don't understand what men want, many are going to be by themselves. And that's why, guys, we got to have these conversations, because many don't understand what men want. Many don't care about what men want. The man, the winner said, wow, 4 is. Looks and shape. Yeah, that's important to me too. Will Frank said that her being feminine is important. Her willingness to please you sexually. And I think it's where you're at in your life too, guys. He said how she makes you feel, positive personality, homemaking skills, her educational level, how much money she makes, and basically one. Yeah. My man E-Man the Williams said 4 is low for him. So it's important, guys. I think it depends also, guys, where men are at in their lives. Every man is different. Every man's at a different stage in his life. I think it depends on where a man is at in his life. Every man is different. But the fundamental issue is this, guys. Women don't know what men want. And now, if you don't believe me, ask Winner. Look at some of these comments from some of these brothers. So this man say 6 and 8, his number 2, how she makes you feel and her feminine, pleasant attitude. One said positive personality and mindset. That was more important. I respect that. And see, guys, these shows are important because it helps men to understand what women want, what men want. Help women to understand what men want. This woman said, interesting, let me see what the men's talking about. And that's the problem because many don't understand what men want. And now listen, look at this one, guys. This woman said, education is last. She said education is last. And for many guys, education is last. Men don't give a shit about no education. And my homeboy said, that's not to say I don't think education is not important, but compared to the other attributes, it's not as important. Which item on the list would you say is less important than education? This woman, guys, she said homemaking skills. She said, guys, it's a partnership and you better help. And listen, guys, she's trying to tell men what they want. And that's why I told you guys, you can't deal with women in the West because a marriage is not about a partnership. That word partner was something that came out of the alphabet community. And it's something new and it's become a cultural universal. But it's not a partnership. But she's trying to project to a man what his value should be. She said homemaking skills. It's a partnership. And she said he better help. And that's why I told you guys, do not marry the typical American woman. And so my man said, as long as she is, he said, as long as she's keeping that same energy when the bills come in, you have to be attracted to the person you're with. Education does not equal intellect. My mother did not get her degree until I was in high school. That did not diminish her ability to be the wife or a mother. Not one college degree makes you a better partner. And look at this woman still debating, guys. She said, yes, they aren't the same, but both are equally important. Looks fade, but the need to connect intellectually and emotionally remains. She's trying to tell the man what he wants instead of the man instead of her understanding what men want. And God, that's the problem with a lot of women. A man can tell a woman what he wants, and they're still damn debating and arguing with a man. And he said all that is true, but none of that is facilitated by a degree. And what women don't understand is this. You can have a degree of knowledge, but having a degree does not always facilitate intellect when it comes down to relationships. Your social market value is not the same as your emotional IQ. I'm going to say it again. Your social market value that came from your degrees is not necessarily the same as relates to your emotional IQ and your man. Getting a degree does not make you a better spouse. A degree is not the best measure of intellect. Definitely does not facilitate an emotional connection. Notice very few men put looks at the top of that list, yes. And she's still arguing, guys. She's still arguing. You missed my point. I obviously know that they aren't different. If you can't talk or connect with someone, then it's purely physical, and that doesn't last. That doesn't last to you, ma'am. I think something deeper is necessary. I agree to disagree. Let's see what this woman looks like. I'm not trying to disrespect the woman, but look at her, guys. This tells the whole story. I'm not trying to disrespect the woman, but I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. And yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. But not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. And so a lot of men are saying, how she make you feel? Some men are saying 4. Some men are saying feminine, classy attitude. But you guys get the point. You get the point. And even when this man was trying to be respectful, this woman was still arguing. And she's probably a effeminist. So this woman says, well, all due respect, talking and connection don't come with degrees. The men overwhelmingly stated what's important. This woman got some sense. Shout out to Regina Davis. All this says to them is that when they usually say something about women, they don't hear them, guys, or listen to what they speak. Men are deeper than a lot of women give them credit for. I hung with men in my family, friends, and men that I served with, vets and etc. Most of my life, they all say the same thing, guys. The woman that they fall in love with is the one that makes him feel some kind of way. Yes, because a woman's job is to lift her husband up, to honor him, respect him, and obey him. She's different. Maybe she has boundaries that no one else had. It's not purely physical either. It's deeper than that for him. But many don't get it, guys, because they don't understand the word. So, Kosher Bot, preach the word.
Master Kosher, the living word says this: for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. Modern women don't want the truth, and simps that are delusional too. Truth is elixir that destroys delusions. Away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. Modern women don't want the truth, and simps that are delusional too. Truth is elixir that destroys delusions. And simps that are delusional too. Truth is elixir that destroys delusions.
And the problem is, guys, they don't want the truth. And the simps they're dealing with are delusional too. They're delusional. And they want fables. Once again, Kosher Bot, read the word.
But I want you to know that the head of every man is Christ, the head of woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonors his head. 5. But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head, for that is one and the same as if her head were shaved. 6. For if a woman is not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it is shameful for a woman to be shorn or shaved, let her be covered. 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, since he is the image and glory of God, but woman is the glory of man. 8. For man is not from woman, but woman from man. 9. Nor was man created for the woman, but woman for the man. 10. For this reason the woman ought to have a symbol of authority on her head, because of the angels. 11. Nevertheless, neither is man independent of woman, nor woman independent of man, in the Lord. 12. For as woman came from man, even so man also comes through woman. But all things are from God.
And guys, there's a level of worship that comes when it comes down to honoring and respecting your man. A woman that knows how to respect a man. A woman that knows how to honor her man. And I'm not saying, I don't want to say worship, but minister to her man. But most women don't know how to speak life into their man. They don't know how to speak life into their man. But a man want a woman that can just touch me, baby. Drive me wild. I'll stand. Girl, you knock me out. But the man said over and over, the woman said, men said over and over what they want. And this woman is still trying to argue with the woman or argue what men want. So my man said, I'm not sure what I missed, sis. That's literally what I and most men have been saying. The only difference is I disagree about the education equates to something different. And there are plenty of shallow academics that can't make a basic connection, yes. And they don't get it, guys. And so by and large, you see men saying six. Most men are saying how she makes you feel. Some are saying positive attitude, but it's around the same. Some are saying 4. But it's all in attitude and her demeanor. This young woman gets it. Shout out to Regina Davis. She gets it. She said, ladies, please pay attention to what these guys prioritize and feel is important. Your education, career, and finance aren't as important as how you make him feel and how you show up your role in the house. Yes. But women are so damn hell-bent on trying to tell men what they want instead of becoming what that man want them to become. And that's the problem. So shout out to Regina Davis because she gets it. Shout out to that sister. She gets it. But many don't get it. We need more sisters like her. Shout out to her. Men, by and large, are all saying the same thing. And women like her get married. It looked like she was married based on the information that I saw. This brother said 6, how she makes you feel. 7, positive personality and mindset. 8, feminine, pleasant, classy attitude, demeanor. 9, willingness to please you sexually. 4, looks and shapes. They put 4 looks as in the back burner. She said 5, homemaking skills. 3, her education level. 1, her career. Number 2, how much she makes was last. Shout out to my homeboy. But they don't get it, guys. And they wonder why so many men are checking out or dealing with women in foreign countries. Gregory Scotland said, why is this woman even commenting on this? Because they want to feel important, Gregory Scotland. And
hello, lucky person. You got the number right, because you are talking to Kid a Dynamite. Pure Dynamite.
All right, guys, I'm going to pull something up. And once again, guys, winter is here. And many men are checking out. Winter is here. And many men are checking out. Many men are saying the juice is not worth the squeeze. Many men would rather be by themselves and be happy than to deal with the typical modern woman. And men tell them over and over and over what they want. They tell them what they expect. But many are still drooling. Many are still drooling because they want to tell men what they want instead of becoming what a man needs her to become. And that's why, guys, these conversations often get lost in translation. And men are beginning to go and travel abroad. But winter is here, guys. And I'm going to show you guys a clip that I created I'm going to be my own content, so hold tight. And God, this is the issue that you hear so many women say, I want him, but I don't need him. And women have come for so many women because they don't understand how men think. They say, I want him, but I don't need him. And they don't understand that men want to feel needed and a woman wants to feel wanted. He needs to feel like he's a man. He needs to feel like he can be utilized in a healthy way, not manipulated. And guys, you're going to see firsthand why some of these delusional women are going to be by themselves.
Fire!
Kosher clinician. Men, are you dealing with issues like this?
Today's women are delusional, really. When it comes to men, women have unrealistic expectations.
And listen to what he said. Today's women are delusional. Charles White was right.
They can't even meet the expectations.
They can't even meet the basic expectations of a man.
What a woman should be. To have the expectations that they have now, they got unrealistic expectations.
But the expectations are unrealistic,
really. When it comes to men, today's women want to be expert on men, but they're not. They want to be expert on men, but they're poorly behaved women.
He's right.
Yeah, they good bitches. And yeah, they top notch. But they performance level as women, the cooking, the cleaning.
And guys, the things that men deem important, they shun that because they don't want to do it. Service to a woman is slavery, but your service to her is empowerment. I'm gonna say it again. Service to her, her service to you is slavery, but your service to her is empowerment and being the queen. And that's why I tell you, men, once again, do not marry the typical American woman. Anton Daniels is becoming a passport, bro, and I'm gonna do a show on that at some point.
Behaved women. Yeah, they good bitches. And yeah, they top notch. But they performance level as women, the cooking, the cleaning.
And listen to what the guys said they wanted, guys. They said they wanted a woman that cared for them, made them feel special. That comes from honoring and reverencing a man, because man is the first fruit of God's creation. And so because man is the first fruit, men need to feel venerated and supported. When you venerate your man, meaning lift him up, your man is more invigorated to do more for you. But modern women, they don't get it. And that's why I tell you guys, run. This single woman, no one talks about how hard the first Christmas is as a single mom. This is just a reminder that it's okay to be sad and feel a little lonely. Just know it does get easier with time, and you will feel that joy again. Surround yourself with loved ones and friends. Well, you know, that's fine, but men are checking out. And some are getting robots, which I don't endorse. And many are getting passports.
Of this foolery is, let me get to.
Shout out to Ambong Angwa. And, you know, I saw this show by this sister. Shout out to that dear sister. And Ambong Angwa, she was correct about how a woman should not dictate to a man what's important for that man. And she basically was unfollowed. Because see, guys, in YouTube is fickle. Folks get in their feelings. You can say anything wrong. And they say, well, I'm going to unsubscribe. But listen, I unsubscribe. Most of you don't support the channel no way. So why do I care? I thank God I got a profession outside of YouTube. Because I would be in the poorhouse. I would be under the house if I had to rely on some of the folks on YouTube. But Ong Bong Ongwa is correct when she says that when they come down to women, they don't understand what men want. This woman is trying to help women get husbands and stay married. But see, women want men under their own rules. They want taxation without representation. They want to tax you for traditionalism, but they don't want to represent you in servitude and also from those same traditional standards based on what you want. And that's why men are checking out by and large, because they don't understand what men want. Men can tell them 100 times what they want in a damn relationship, and they still drooling because they don't care about what men want. I'm not trying to be mean to those that are handicapped, because I used to work with special needs. But they act like they got special needs, some of them.
Do it real quick. I don't need a husband, but I want one. Now, only why...
All right, guys, buffing a little bit. Just give me a minute. But you guys get the drift. You guys get the drift. They want a man, but they don't need a man. Shout out to my man, the International Quiet Storm with the $50 hitter. That brother showed me a lot of love for tonight's therapy session. You know who the brothers are who got your back, Coach. Yes, sir, I appreciate it, man. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what I would do. Thanks for pulling up on Machismo last night. Hopefully, we represent your brand very well. Yes, sir, you did. You guys always do. And guys, once again, don't let the same guys donate to the channel. Salty Balls, the International Quiet Storm, Gregory Scholar, and Top Gun. Guys, if y'all like my content, please share the stream or donate to the channel. But let's get back into it, guys. Hold tight. I'm going to show you guys something, because, guys, Ong Bong Ongwag is trying to help some of these women, but they don't want to listen. Hold tight.
I bring this up is that there were 2 young women who were on my channel, and they subscribed to me through YouTube, and they told me I no longer want to follow your content because you are toxic. That's what they said. That I'm very...
And they said they didn't want to follow her content, guys, because she was toxic. And see, guys, nowadays, the truth is toxic. When you tell folks the truth now, guys, it's toxic. Telling the truth is the new toxic. People that have good intentions trying to help folks, they don't want to hear the truth. So telling the truth makes you toxic to many women in the West. And guys, that's a problem. Because you know and I know that in order to be successful in life, you're going to be open to hearing what people are saying. But people are so fragile and they're so sensitive that anytime you tell them the truth, they get in their feelings. And listen, they don't just do it to the men, they do it to the women. This woman changed her life, and her husband, even though the sister was honest about the bad choices she made in her earlier years, he was able to love her outside of her bad choices in her earlier years. But she's trying to tell them that your body count matters and your past matters. It just depends on the man that you're dealing with. But these immature children, when you're trying to tell them the truth, they get mad, they unsubscribe, they throw temper tantrums, and they'll say that you hate black women. Now, once again, guys, many of these women, as long as you tell them what they want to hear, they love you to death. But when you try to tell them the truth, many of them will say you hate black women. And once again, guys, that's the world that we live in. Hold tight.
Toxic that I blame women for everything that happens in a relationship. And they said one day God will send me a man, and he's not going to care about my body count or what I have done.
I'm trying to see something, guys. How many of you men care about the body count? Because these delusional women say that the Lord gonna send them a man, a simp, and they said that he doesn't care about her body count. How many of you men care about her body count? I need you to hit 1. Because they don't understand how men think. Men can tell them over and over again that chasteness and having low bodies up to being a virgin is important. But they'll say that the Lord gonna send me a man that don't care about my body count. So basically, you could be with 100 men, 50, 20, and 15 or whatever, and the man don't care. Not understanding that men by nature are very territorial. That's how strong, guys, the delusions are. And that's why I'm telling you guys to run. But once again, guys, shout out to the International Quiet Storm. And he is the #1 sponsor of the stream. Let me show that brother some love. The International Quiet Storm, you are the #1 sponsor.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
I appreciate it, sir.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it. That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
1 minute.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Can you guys hear me? All right, anyway, International Quiet Storm is the #1 sponsor of the stream. The International Quiet Storm is the #1 sponsor of the stream. Hold tight, let me find that button real quick.
It's the money.
My past or anything, because God is going to send me a man.
Ma'am, book a session.
Why do you think a woman who is an average looking, below average physicality, below average weight, can sit around talking about they're gonna hold out? Or wait, what are you waiting for? The answer is what many are waiting for is a sucker. They're waiting for somebody to go ahead and say, you know what? Even though you got 200,000 miles on you and had a couple of wrecks, I'm gonna go ahead and pay brand new prices for it.
It's estimated that 45% of women ages 25, 44 will be single by...
And they got miles, guys. And they are still there to come back and tell you, I want a man to treat me special. They want to be treated special, guys, after they didn't make Raekwon the Madman treat them special. They want to be treated special, guys, when they gave all their virtue to men that were nothing. But they'll tell you, guys, that she wanted to feel special. She wants you to feel special after she gave her good years to worthless men. She gave her body to worthless men. But she wants you to make her feel special. Make it make sense. She wants you to make her feel special. Not being humble like Ambong Angwa, not realizing that having a child lowered her sexual market value and that her husband saw favor in her and, you know, he was able to look past her past. But every man is not that way, but he saw goodness in his wife and he made her his wife. And shout out to that brother. But every man is not like that, because the more masculine a man is not going to take you serious if you got a bunch of bodies. But many are delusional.
2030, according to a study by Morgan Stanley. With the modern dating market, nearly half of women in their childbearing years will be without a male counterpart. There are a few reasons for this prediction. One, women aren't getting married young anymore. We have so many other options for what to do with our lives that getting married is no longer the default option. We're focusing on our careers, going to grad school, traveling, our friends and extended social circles, and taking...
They're focusing on their careers, guys, and going to grad school. And there's nothing wrong with education. I'm not against education. But they're more concerned about their masters, their bachelors, and their doctorate. Their bachelors and their doctorate. That's what they're more concerned about. Not understanding that that's not symmetrical to the needs of a man. And they'll sell you on their masters, their bachelors, and their doctorate, but they don't have a doctorate in being a MRS. They don't have a doctorate in femininity. They don't have a doctorate in being chaste. They don't have a doctorate in being loyal. They don't have a doctorate in following a man's leadership. They don't have a doctorate and putting her feelings aside for the greater good of a relationship. They don't have a doctorate, guys, in those areas. But once again, when men tell women what they want and what they need, they minimize what the man wants. And they don't think in-depthly about what that man wants. And they wonder why so many men are going to foreign countries, because the foreign woman understands her assignment, but also she understands what a man needs and wants. And that's why I say, guys, I would never, if I was a single man, deal with the typical American woman, because they're not worthy or fit to be any man's wife.
Taking our time to find the right guy. 2, we aren't having babies like we used to, with more options for birth control than ever before, and somewhat reliable treatments for infertility. The pressure to have kids within a certain time frame just isn't there anymore. And with that pressure gone, so is the urgency to get married for the sake of starting a family.
Rabbi, teacher, what must I do? And they're not intent on getting married anymore, guys. They don't care about getting married, and they don't care about family. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Watch out for the women in their 30s when they had all their fun in their 20s, been ran through. And then when they get damn near 30, they trying to hit a shot at the jumper, and now all of a sudden they want a husband. They want to give you their body after they had all their fun and gave all their virtue away. And now all of a sudden they want to run to you and give you the leftovers. And 9 times out of 10, she's been pleased by so many, you might not be able to please her. Shout out to my man Greg with Scotland for the 5. He said that take heed as security boss recognize their mistakes and decided to make significant positive changes. Law of marriages came out. Yes, I agree with you 100%. I'm Greg with Scotland. And thank you for
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Guys, do me a favor, because the robot said, tell them Negroes inflation is high, guys. Hit the like button and donate to the stream. And that's on my mom.
Yeah, we can't balls on my mom. Maybe kill some of my mom. Bro, like, he look like gang. That's on my monkey. Gang. That's on my monkey. Gang. That's on my monkey.
Shout out to my man K. Williams for the $2 cash out. Shout out to Kevin Williams, my man K. White for the $2 Cash App. Shout out to that brother. And shout out once again to my man K White, as he's always showing love, to the $5 Cash App. Sir, I really appreciate your kindness and your support. Thank you, K White, and also K Wims. I really appreciate you guys showing love. Thank you guys. Your donations help me stay motivated to give you guys good content. And I appreciate it, guys. Do to enter the kingdom of heaven. And Jesus told Nicodemus, he said, all right, guys, buffering a little bit. Hold tight. You must be born again. And see, guys, one of the main problems with modern women in modern times is that they don't want to be born again. Born again means to change your mind. And I use theology because a woman needs to be born again not only to be a recipient of grace, but also if she want to be in the life of a man, she has to be born again because she's been indoctrinated by liberal talking points to the point men have been reduced to accessories and been reduced to her needs and her needs only. But see, the problem with the modern woman, guys, is that she don't want to be born again. She does not want to change her mind. And she don't want to hear from good women or good sisters that were born again or changed their mind. Good women that realized that if they wanted a good man, they had to be born again to be in the kingdom of man and also to be aligned with the kingdom of God. And as Bishop Charles E. Williams says, y'all ain't gonna talk to me. This is gonna be a good. And guys, you got a lot of women because there are 7 steps to male optimization. You got a lot of women that are broken, and they're just like this woman.
Perfect man.
This woman, Winter. Winter is going to come to Winter twofold. Winter is going to come to Winter twofold. It's going to come to her twofold, guys. Winter is going to come to this woman, Winter, twofold. I'm going to get the video because it keeps buffering. But Winter, guys, is going to come to this woman twofold, as I showed you guys earlier. It's going to come to her twofold because she doesn't understand her assignment. Shout out to Angbong Anwab. Winter is going to come to Winter twofold. Because this woman, guys, it's the same thing Angbong Anwab was talking about. This woman got 2 kids or 3 kids and is pregnant again. But this woman is the kind of woman, guys, that expect you to be her accessory in her latter years.
And would be a tall black stallion. He loves to cook because I'm not really a good cook, so that's his thing. He loves driving. He loves driving the kids to school in the morning. He's just really, really hands-on, with my kids. He's sterile because he can't have kids of his own, so he really cherishes mine.
She said he's sterile. Look how delusional this woman is, guys. She want him to be sterile. She want him to be sterile. She want him to be tall, dark, and handsome. And she want him to take care of her children, not children, but children. She want him to take care of her children, guys. Her children. She wants you guys. She wants Top Gun, Quiet Storm, and salted balls to take care of her children. And see, guys, they don't come in with a heart of a servant, because men and women service one another. But they all got those old tired tropes about being a slave, and not knowing when a woman loves her man, she doesn't mind serving her man. And that's why, guys, it's so problematic with dealing with modern women.
He's funny. We do movie quotes all the time. Every time we go around, we just laugh and do karaoke. He's smart. He is very good with the money. And he just lets me.
She wants you to be her. She wants you to make her laugh. But not one time did this woman say what she gonna do to please her man. Shout out to Richard Mack once again. But this is Winter's perfect man, and Winter is coming to Winter at some point.
Make the beds and just do me.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
Taraji P. Henson's brutally honest and emotional explanation of Hollywood's pay disparity is going viral.
I hear people go, "You work a lot." Well, have to. The math ain't mathin'. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid.
She gonna be alone like so many other guys because she ain't got a man. And
really, when it comes to men, women have unrealistic expectations. Men, today's women want to be, but they.
Of this foolery is.
So once again, women like Angbang Angwa get it. She said she loved being a slave for her man. And Sarah called Abraham her Lord. Slave doesn't have a negative connotation if you understand it in different contexts. Slave meant servant, not the type of slavery that was shallow. But she said she loved her man. Ambang said, I love my man.
Now you see, I don't want no trouble now.
Yeah, she said, I love my man. Because that man saw goodness in his wife. She realized that her sexual market value had dropped some, but she changed her ways and she became a wife for her husband. But many of them are not going to be like Ambang Angwa. They're going to be singing that damn song by Patti LaBelle called On My Own.
This is how it's going to be.
Let me get to it real quick. I don't need a husband, but I want one. Now, only why I bring this up is that there were 2 young women who were on my channel and they subscribed to me through YouTube. And they told me, I no longer want to follow your content because you are toxic. That's what they said. That I'm very toxic, that I blame women for everything that happens in a relationship. And they said one day God will send me a man and he's not going to care about my body count or what I have done.
Elmo, come get him, Elmo. Come get him, Elmo. Because the delusion is unreal, guys. Come get him, Elmo. The delusion is unreal. Because they don't see the winner It's already here.
Past or anything, because God is going to send me a
Potential to create space. Community outreach programs. By taking action and
loneliest times and
is faced by lonely black women during the Christmas season. This family and happiness. There are unique challenges that.
And one of those 7 steps is spiritual
The
principles.
topic at hand is the experience of lonely black women on Christmas. Christmas is a holiday that is often associated with joy, love, and togetherness. However, for some black women, this time of year can be filled with feelings of loneliness and isolation. The holidays can be a difficult time for many reasons. For black women in particular, there are unique challenges that contribute to their
And guys,
sense of
a lot of these women are bald head because they're not covered. A lot of these women are bald headed, guys. They're bald headed because they are not covered. They don't have the covering of their man. And many are lonely, and some, if they don't change, they might die alone.
loneliness. As they navigate a society where they may already face marginalization and discrimination, the holiday season can amplify these feelings of isolation. Loneliness can stem from various factors, such as being far away from loved ones, not having a support network, or feeling excluded from traditional holiday festivities. Additionally, societal pressures.
And guys, women that are married in relationships, women that are married and in relationships, they tend to live longer if they're in good relationships, and they tend not to get dementia early. But many of them going to have dementia with their cat and their degrees because they didn't value a man, and they wanted to tell men what they wanted instead of becoming what a man needs them to become.
To conform to a specific ideal of family and happiness during this time can further intensify their sense of loneliness. But it's important to remember that this experience is not universal for all Black women. Many enjoy fulfilling relationships, strong support networks, and joyous holiday celebrations. However, it is crucial to acknowledge and address the experiences of those who do feel lonely during this time. To combat this issue, it is essential to create spaces that recognize and validate the experiences of lonely Black women on Christmas. This can be done through community outreach programs, support groups, and fostering empathy within society. It is crucial to provide resources that address mental health, encourage self-care, and promote positive connections within their communities. By taking action and addressing the unique challenges faced by lonely Black women during the Christmas season, we can work towards a more inclusive and compassionate society.
I think being single over the
Now listen to this woman. She's single, guys, and she got children. Listen to what she's saying.
Christmas period is one of the hardest, most loneliest times. And as someone that has been single for 12 years, has just turned 30, I kind of know a thing or two about this feeling. So yeah, the things that I do to try and stay positive around this time of year is just really focus on the platonic relationships I have in my life. So with my friends and my family, making sure I'm soaking up all the Christmas spirit with them, and making sure I'm getting out of the house and making plans. I think it's important to soak up the Christmas spirit, but also be mindful that there's a lot of people that are in a lot worse positions than you, and I always try and practice gratitude in that aspect of my life. Like, I'm really thankful that I have my parents around and my family and my friends, and I'm really happy that I'm still able to spend Christmas with them. You know, it's like really practicing how grateful you are in the areas that you do have a lot of love.
And see, guys, when you got a Proverbs 31 woman, a woman can stave off winter if she add value to a man's life. But most women, the only thing they bring is used box and showing their tail feather. Used box and showing her tail feather. And that would exacerbate their loneliness. Look at the guy showing her tail feather. And I know some of you guys is watching probably go and touch and touch that. And she's a pog. This woman is a pog. She got a tongue out for Top Gun and Gregory Top Gun and International Quiet Storm.
All right, so it is Christmas. It is 4:45 p.m. on Christmas, and this is how I look because I'm in the depression.
And see, guys, it hits women harder because women, they're social creatures. Women are social creatures. They're social creatures, guys. And it hits them harder.
Not decided. I'm gonna get myself out of it. I'm just gonna get cute and see what happens. So join me. Come on, guys. Because it's dry. It's real dry. I'm just gonna spray it. So I'm not an influencer or anything. I don't really know what I'm doing. You know, I'm just vibing. You know, just trying to make myself look like half a person. So we'll see what the final result is. We'll see if I feel any better. Here's hoping. All right. We're just gonna go for a good old-fashioned puff because, like I said, not trying to do too much. Just trying to look like I want to be alive. So, you know. This for me is the most important step. Don't judge my edge brush. Like I said, I don't do this for a living. I just survive. But the difference that edges make, I mean, come on, look at that. Swoop, period. All right, cool. We're just going to keep going. Keep rolling. I'm really probably not going to do too much with my face either. I'm always going to do my brows regardless because that's just how I am.
Shout out to the Orange Peel nurse. He said, Paul, I'm dead, laughing my A off. You're doing the Lord's work, sir. Yeah, she's a pog, man. And that's a deal, right? Appreciate
right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
But aside from that, it's probably just going to be a real light beat and call it a day because ain't nobody got time for that, you know? All right, boss, we're done.
And guys, they become frazzled. They become frazzled because they don't have the covering of their men. And because they don't have the covering, they're bald-headed women. They're stressed out. They don't have guidance. And they're going to struggle and suffer because they said, I want you, but I don't need you. I'm going to say it again. I want you, but I don't need you. Not understanding that a man needs to feel needed in order to make him feel masculine. And that's why don't deal with modern women.
I promise I'm not. Makeup Revolution, Conceal and Define. I am obsessed with this, actually, so we're going to let the girl do her thing. This is my first time using this. Charlotte Tilbury, Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I got it in 13. We love it. So, I don't know if we love it. We're going to try it, but I hope I do love it. We're going to see what happens. I just want to give a huge shout out to the girls who would rather buy new brushes than clean theirs because I should have stock in Real Techniques at this point because I had my loves.
And God, this one was really sad. This one was sad. But once again, guys, this one was really sad. But this is what happens when you forfeit. What happens to a woman when she gives up her childbearing years for her career? And this one is really sad. Shout out to the Orange Peel nurse once again. He said Lorella Devine mixed with Leslie Jones. No offense, though, to Lorella Devine. And in the words of Pokey Pig, that's all, folks. In the words of Pokey Pig.
That's all, folks.
Shout out to MC Recovering Well. He said, winners here nowadays, nowhere to hide, women playing it off. Yeah, they're playing it off, MC Recovering Well. And shout out to that brother. They're playing it off. But this one is sad, guys. this woman really got it. She got it bad. And so let's hear her sad story. Let's hear her sad story. Let's hear her sad story.
Being single during the holidays is triggering. Okay. It's like, it's a minefield of emotions. And I'm sitting in my car. Oh, and I've been feeling all my big ass feelings because,
and it's a minefield of emotion, guys, because hoflation has made subpar women think they're better. They don't come into a marriage with a mindset to serve a man. And I warn you, good men, do not take years of your life dealing with these modern ran-through women, because they don't really add any value at all to your life.
I went to this holiday market thing and my girls weren't able to come. So I was like, I'm going to go solo. It was in downtown Charlotte at Camp North End, and I'm walking around and, you know, it's cold, and everybody who's here is like here with someone else's girlfriends or, you know, or couples or, you know, family.
And see, guys, men and women both are social creatures, but men tend to be better alone than women. Women struggle in their loneliness and isolation because women tend to be herders. Men and women both are better together, but women struggle more because women tend to be more verbal. They tend to be more verbal.
And things like that. It's honestly, it's really beautiful. The vibes are immaculate. It was great, right? And I go on, I get my hot cocoa, and I'm like, okay, Courtney girl, like we're walking around. I have historically hated the holidays because they're always just like lackluster, you know, from an emotional perspective. And I was like, okay, like we're gonna push through the things. But you know what did me in? You know what did me in? And why I'm sitting here trying to make sure that like I don't lose a lash was this beautiful, like maybe early 30s black couple.
And she worried about losing a lash. And let me tell you guys something. When a person's on their deathbed, their degrees don't matter. Their home don't matter. Their cats don't matter. Their dildos don't matter. Ideally, the most important thing is family. I say ideally. But that's the most important thing is family. And many have forfeited what God made them for, which is to have family, support their men, get their education, but to use that education in working with her man to build legacy and to also help build a nation. But I don't advise that men deal with women in the West in general. There are a few good ones left, but by and large, they're not wife ready or wife worthy. Yeah, you might be on to something, so a seed.
With a baby in a teddy bear outfit. It was the teddy bear outfit that really just like, I was just looking at them and smiling, and then I realized that I was like crying.
And God, that's her maternal instincts kicking in, because that's what she was made for. She was made to bear the seed of man. That's her maternal instincts kicking in. Shout out to my man Gregory Scotland. He said, Kosher, notice when the old school subscribers come around, you really get support. Orange Peel, Instant Recovering, Cool Gene. Yes, sir. I agree 100%, man. Those are the old school brothers, man. But some of these Negroes only came around to push their own agendas.
Hello,
and to try to damn use me to build their own channels. But I know who they are. And it's all good. I call them hate watchers. I call them hate watchers and cloud watchers. Because some of these bigger YouTubers study smaller content creators and get their ideas. And many times, you know, you don't even realize they're using some of your talking points because they don't give you credit for it. But it's all good.
I hope they didn't see me. That'd be so, oh my God, that'd be awful. That's so embarrassing. I just like couldn't hold it anymore. And you know, it's like, that was you, huh? You know, that's really, it's making me sad. I have to laugh through the shit because like I really just, I don't think that I was prepared to deal with this just yet. This is where I'm at right now. And
she's sad, guys. She's sad because she gave up her childbearing years to chase careers, wigs, and lashes. And careers, wigs, and lashes.
These are not like fun feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been single for 2 years now. This was like the first year where I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna like dodge the feelings. Bro, this shit is tough. And I don't know why, but I just felt like I should share that. So. Yeah.
And guys, it's really not funny. It's somewhat sad in a way because a lot of these women have been compromised. They've been compromised. And they were compromised because they listened to the lie of liberalism. They were compromised because when the men on this panel said what I wanted, they didn't listen to what the men were saying. They got in their feelings because they were deaf. They were deaf, guys. They denied the evidence. And they became enraged when we presented them with the evidence.
Cognitive dissonance is a condition that happens for a myriad of reasons. Many times in modern America, men and women often do one of the following. They deny the evidence. They become enraged when you present them with the evidence. They argue do ad hominem attacks, meaning they attack the messenger instead of the message. And they will fight you or flee because they cannot hear what you are saying. And conditions such as this, tied into cognitive dissonance, often happens to those that have or lack self-awareness. They stay in a perpetual cycle of arrested development, exhibited by this.
All right, guys, I'm going to do one or two things. I might either drop the link and we can have an open conversation. I'm going to end this stream, but I got a good show on tomorrow as well. And before I end this stream, if you guys don't want to come through, shout out to Gregory Scotland. Actually, let me go do they wanted to show some love on tonight. So the number one sponsor was the International Quiet Storm. Shout out to that brother. Followed by Gregory Scotland. Followed by Gregory Scotland again. Followed by Gregory Scotland. Those brothers always show love. Followed by Salty Balls. Followed by Top Gun. Followed by Top Gun again. And then also the Orange Peel Nurse. He showed some love as well. And then also MC Recovery and Wellness. And the brothers Kevin K. White and K. Williams for the Cash Apps. So guys, that's why I do these shows, because winter is here. And many will be by themselves because they are victims of their own ignorance. They don't want to change. they don't value their men. They think they're better than their men. They never ask men what they want. And when men tell them what they want, they become incensed and they become enraged because they don't value what men want, but they want the men to value what they want. And that's why God's there's so many issues in modern relationships, because relationships are about relating. And relating means to understand what men want and becoming the better version of yourself. When a woman knows how to speak or add light to a man's life, that man will in return give you the best. We're talking about good men. We're not talking about abusive men. But so many women have been broken and living in the shadows of their mothers. They assume that every man they deal with, because they got a wall up, they assume that man gonna hurt them, cheat on them, or leave them. And you gotta pay for the past sins of the men that she dealt with. And that's why mental illness and mental health is so important. And that's why treatment outcomes like CBT and IFS, internal family systems, is needed. We're probably in the stream, guys, if nobody want to come up. We'll probably end the stream. Once again, shout out to, okay, Orange Peel said drop the link. Okay, hold tight. All right, hold tight, Orange Peel. I'm about to drop the link. All right, guys, I'm going to drop the link. Hold on for a minute. Hold tight, Orange Peel. Shout out to MC Recovery and Wellness. He said, me and my brother visited my mom in the nursing home December 25th, Christmas. My two sisters go by and do her hair and change robes. Mom was happy. Winter is here. Yes. Hold tight. Let me see if I can drop this link, guys. All right. Let me see if I can add this link. Trying to add it. For some reason, it won't let me. Oh, there we go. All right. So in the meantime, guys, we're about to go live in a minute. But before we go live on the second half of the show with my man, the Orange Peel Nurse, this is a public service announcement because they align on them brothers. Hold tight.
I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
To exclusively marry black men. We are in the middle of a crisis. Black men are in crisis. And anybody who denies that black men are in crisis is ignoring the data, the science, the research, the statistics. It is not a figment of your imagination that there are not enough eligible black men to marry.
It's been an honor serving with you all. Autobots, roll out. We rolling.
Nanobots, transform.
She lie on them brothers, separate uncles and nephews and cousins and try to pin us against mothers. How you a woman but ain't got a man for protection, but you undercover? How do you think that we suffer? Thought we were sisters and brothers. Now you get birthed in the gutter. When they rap, they the same ones that cut you. Be the same ones who yelling they love you. Be the same ones who calling me nigga. After that wanna say I'm his brother. Yeah, she lie on them brothers. 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 So all going on in your man, you don't get it. And using your women as splitters, then hitters. Put you in place in that family ruin. Target your boys, you don't see what they doing. We gotta beat them, you wanna join them, we just leave them. Your feminist feminism, more like treason. Politics, you don't even follow leaders. First is master, probably cause of your Jesus.
God is white. Isn't it obvious?
Well, that is obvious, but we don't know if it's obvious that God is white. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Jesus did not have blonde hair and blue eyes. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the images of Jesus that are on prison walls and churches throughout the world are not historically correct, because history teaches us that Jesus was born in a region where the people had color. There's proof in the very Bible that you ask us to read in Revelation, 1st chapter, verse 14 and 15, that Jesus had hair like wool and feet the color of brass.
Just what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm proving to you that Jesus was not, and I might quote one of our Indian brothers, he was not a pale face.
This would have been a dick, you didn't believe it. You reap the benefits from your achievements. Penitentiary, all we get is to eat it. But God on our side, baby, we gon' beat it. Chill out on them, brothers. Chill out on them, brothers.
I'm big on you. I'm the biggest, baddest beast.
Separate uncles and nephews and cousins and try to pin us against mothers. How you a woman but ain't got a man for protection, but you undercover? How do you think that we suffer? Thought we were sisters and brothers. Now you get birthed in the gutter. When they rap, they the same ones that cut you. Be the same ones who yelling they love you. Be the same ones who calling me nigga. After that, wanna say I'm his brother. She loud the brothers. 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 She loud the brothers.
Breaking all these black men with what? And they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me with fucking grabbed a rock and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all gonna do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
Roll out. 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 Roll out.
All right, guys, we're about to go to the second half of the show. I got my man, the Orange Peel, in the background. Orange Peel, do me a favor. Show your face for a minute in the back to make sure it's you. And then I'll bring you up, brother, if you don't mind, please. Okay, I see you, brother. All right, you come on up. All right, brother Orange Peel, how you doing, sir? And how would you like to add to the show, dear sir?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you perfect, brother. Go ahead.
Sorry, you're doing the Lord's work, man. The kosher professor, the kosher doctor, not the clinician.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, sir.
Not much. Not bad. No problem. So I want to add to this, just kind of like, it just cracks me up. Not you, but just the women. I've been on certain panels of this thing where women have been looking all this time and just, these guys just can't find them. Guys aren't ready and they're just so ready to go. And I'm like, working in the women dominated career that I do, I see women will talk to me about their relationship stuff,
right,
what they're doing in their own lives and how they're moving. And it's just like, that's not what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing these women who are marriageable, who are prioritizing relationships, prioritizing family. They're doing a lot of prioritizing themselves.
Right.
And there's a certain YouTuber who had a men's panel, and he was saying like, oh, should women start prioritizing their own stuff over relationship stuff? And I said, they already been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
The women I work with, I can tell you and I'm talking about black women and white women, but mostly about pertains to black women, they are going on trips. They'll pull out their calendar. They've got multiple days of work. They're picking up shifts. They're working, we call them PRN jobs. You know, probably know what that is. It's like, so they got multiple jobs. I don't see a date on there. Now, I got into it online with a certain YouTuber, if you don't mind me saying the name.
Yeah, you can say it. Go ahead.
Themis. You familiar with him?
Oh yeah, I know Themis and Duff. Yeah, I know.
Themis and Duff. Very interesting fellow.
Yeah, very interesting.
Okay. Who's that? So I got into it because I told him and the women, and they were so. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, they were gonna be mad, but they got big man. I'm like, really? I said, if I was a single man, I would not date a woman who had a house, not owned a house, who had a house because of financial risk for me.
Right.
And you would have thought that 80%, and I'm a millennial, you would have thought that 80% of millennial women had houses, and I was just cutting a bunch of them out. They were so outraged about it. And so how could you not date a woman that had a house? How could you, that's dumb. Why would you date a woman that has a house? I'm like, well, it's a financial risk for me. I don't have any, like I come in there, I don't know where the house is. I had so many logical reasons. It wasn't about, well, she's a woman and how dare she own a house before me and I ain't got no rules. Like it was a more of a logical, mathematical risk for me because I know when I come in that house, I'm not coming in there to not pay bills. The money I make, I'm going there to take over. And I talk with women who had houses that say if they had a man, he would be paying all of it.
Right.
And including their student loan debt. And I had this bad faith conversation that cracked me up where we were talking about if I had a daughter, what would you want your daughter to do? Would you want her to advocate for her to have a house right away after she graduated nursing school? I got into it with this nurse on there. She was like, I was like, well, no, I want her to figure out what type of field nursing was she had, wanted to go into. She had student loan debt, pay that off. And then the lady was like, well, what if she didn't have any student loan debt? I was like, no, you ain't gonna keep adding stuff to try to get the argument. And then they went, well, what if she made $400,000? I'm like, come on, they got to go to logical extreme to get there, to try to quote unquote poke holes in what I'm saying, even though I'm just making an opinion. And then one guy on the men's panel was like, well, what if she had a really, really nice house and then you had a little track house? I'm like, are we really having this conversation?
Right.
Like, why? Like, just respect my opinion. Like you said, attack the argument. If they, like, I'm not arguing anything. I'm just saying my opinion. And I gave logical reasons, according to me, of why. But like, they really went after me about this whole house thing. Like, all of them own houses. So I'm like, first of all, how many women who are millennials, black women, own houses? How many women am I really cutting out here? Like, really, like that have houses, and they try to say, well, she owns the house. No, she doesn't. It's not. It's a liability. It's a debt.
Right.
She doesn't own the house. So, but like, I think it cracks me up. I had a conversation with women at my job where I talked to a lady who was engaged, a sister that was engaged, and I told her how me and my wife, we shared the same bank account. She said, oh no, I would never do that with my fiance. And I thought it had something to do with, him controlling her or something. She said no, because I don't want him to know what I spend money on. I was like, oh.
Wow.
And then I had another conversation with women, where I found out a lot of women, at the nursing side, they actually literally laser light blame their mothers for their dating problems. They say, and this is not just single mothers. This is the ones who also have the mom and the dad at home are saying this. They'll say, okay, they taught my brothers. The mom taught my brothers and dad taught my brothers, hey, do right by women, make sure you do this, that, and the third. But then the mom, who's a homemaker or whatever, or the single mother, will both tell their daughters, make your own money, all this stuff, be independent. I wasn't raised to be a wife. That's why I got these emotional problems, this, that, and the third. Like, this is why I can't have a stable relationship. They will literally laser light target their mothers. So nobody ever talks about that except for us. But the women talk about how dad wasn't there, but they don't talk about, okay, since dad wasn't there, did your mom tell you, okay, this is what you need to do to make sure you don't go down mom's thing? No, you need to, or the ones we'll find out, even the ones that aren't in the single households, their mothers, even though they might be a homemaker staying at home, they'll tell their daughters, prioritize yourself. Even though I'm sitting at home, I'm not doing, as much. I'm sitting at home chilling. be independent and all that stuff. But we're gonna tell your brothers to, go out there and be the right man. But we're gonna tell you to be a man too. So nobody talks about that. So I don't know. That's what I got. One of the main things. Doc.
No doubt, no doubt. Brother Hassan, how you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir. How are you doing? How have you been?
Right. How would you want to answer the conversation about modern women and winter is here? Is here, Brother Hassan and Brother Orange Peel. Winter is here, and men are singing that song by Harold Melvin, Teddy Pendergrass, and the Blue Notes. The whole world is laughing at me. What do you think about the delusion, man? Because it's obvious delusion, because these women lack self-awareness, and many don't understand or care to understand about what men want. I showed you guys a blueprint about what men wanted, and this woman was saying, or more or less trying to minimize what men wanted in relationships. What's your take on the conversation?
Well, from what I heard Orange Pill said, he's not lying. I mean, I thought this stuff would stop when my younger brothers, my millennial brothers, would have been through this. I think I went through this even worse when I was a Generation Xer. I'm still a Generation Xer. And I saw a sea change many, many years ago in the music they make and everything directed towards women. But I think the main problem is they always tell a man who he has to be.
Right.
They always tell a man what he has to do. Because everything that young brother's saying, my father taught me that too. He said, listen, if you get with somebody, you got to take care of them, provide for them, and all that good stuff, which is important. But I think what we missing the point is, these ladies, or like Kevin Samuel said many, many years, and I'm going to take his sayings, listen, if black women want to make a better outcome, have a better outcome, make a better product.
Make
You
a
want
better
these
product,
men to
right.
stay? Stop telling me how much you want. Stop telling me what you're not going to do. Stop telling me how you want me to live my life. Stop telling me how to be a man. You've never been a man, so you can't tell a man how to be a man. I was trained by my father to protect myself beyond all things. If she's in my life, she's there to support me, not to give me. My dad put it like this: she's making Johnson hard, not your life. If you're making your life hard, yours beefing.
Right.
You go to work, you're beefing. You go to school, you're beefing. You go back home, you're still beefing. That's too much fighting, bro.
That's too much fighting. I agree.
I don't want to fight that hard. And,
Right.
And to sum it up, these women are starting to see that all their shenanigans has come home to roost. There's no more friend zone. There's no more side dudes. There's no more anything. Them dudes have grabbed their passports and they're leaving collectively. That's why they talking heavy on Zoom to Thailand, on your channel, on Brother MC Recovery and Walson's channel, and even El Guapo's channel. And the thing about it is, they think we're gonna stop. No, them brothers are digging their heels in, man. And there's nothing they can do about it. So all the stuff you're saying is absolute facts. What the gentleman before me said is not even an argument. It's just what it is. And they're not mad because we're leaving. They're mad because we're not even trying to talk about it no more. We're not trying to have a conversation. It's like, you know what? Yeah, you feel that way? Okay, no problem. I'm going over here.
Right. You see the stories, you see the foolishness. Some have adjusted, many won't adjust. The level of cognitive dissonance, man, is unreal. What's your take on what you see with the lack of adjustment for some of these women?
Well, what I see, or continue to see, I thought this would stop once you came out and gave your analysis on it along with El Guapo and the rest of these brothers. But I'm thinking I'm keep watching these videos, clinician, and they keep digging their heels in, bro.
Right.
I'm going like, they still doing this? Okay, this is not going to work. And then you have these brothers on the passport brothers showing their receipts to their ladies.
Right,
Whether they're from Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand. And I think it really got started recently because Richie Mack from Zoom to Thailand's woman was just making food for him. He said in the video, I didn't ask her to make that food for me. She chose to make that food for me. I didn't ask her to do all that. And the ladies got mad and said, oh, well, she's a slave and she needed to get rid of him. Yeah, I mean, come on, they give us Simone Biles grief because her husband didn't know who she was. He's an NFL football player. We ain't gonna find time to find out his wife was his current wife was a gymnast or was a gymnast.
Right.
And her whole thing was, well, look, after a while they're gonna call me so and so's husband. They ain't gonna worry about me being that's my husband. They're gonna respect the fact that I'm his wife. And all these girls are mad at her because half them black women low key, they want it to be them, but the way they move and the way they behave, it will never be them. That's why they mad at Simone Biles. That's why they mad at her 2 times. You heard?
Yeah. I got to cover that. Shout out to Faith Combis. She said, Coach, clinician, all the others have a healthy and prosperous new year. Thank you, dear. I really appreciate that for the $9 cash app. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. And MC Recover also sent me a cash app talking about people in the old folks' home. But MC Recover, what are you getting from the conversation, man? I appreciate you showing love and support too, brother. But what are you getting from the conversation? Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you, Coach. It is because I showed up late, but I was pumped up off of the discussion a little bit I heard. Mm-hmm. So, winter is here. I'm glad that my mom built with a stepfather to the point to where, she's getting visitors, and some of those people, they ain't getting visitors.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's because the nurses tell me. So it's like we ain't worrying about no funny business going on with mom.
Mm-hmm.
And but basically what I'm getting from this conversation is shit. It's like this stuff we really these women, that's Simone Biles thing threw me through a loop too, because it's like that's what we used to applaud back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. So lately I see winter's here because you can see the look on these women's faces when it rain outside,
mm-hmm.
when they at a bus stop, when they carrying groceries to their cars, all kind of stuff I'm seeing is like when their cars are breaking down, people driving by.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, really, you see that?
Back in the day, we used to be in the car, me and the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pull over and knock that out the way. We wouldn't leave a sister hanging. We would pull over, jump out. Somebody would have the jack. Somebody lift up the car, tire, gone on their way. You don't have to give us nothing. That's not happening no more.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least pull your car off the road. But it is bad. And from what my brother told me, it's like he wants a divorce, can't get it because she's scared that he might get some of that retirement check from her. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's a lot of Blue Henrys I know. I grew up with, been married once or twice. When they got their divorce, it didn't come out in their favor. And when it should come out in their favor, they don't want to sign the papers.
But Brother Hassan, what are you saying in the dating world, man? Are you married, and what are you seeing in the dating world?
Well, I'm single, man. I'm single. Not that it's like I'm doing. Every girl I talk to now, I do like a job interview. I'm checking your references, and I'm asking your past employers how'd you got down. I just am, because I don't want to sit around and get married, start building with you, start getting into you, trying to make you part of my world. And for what I've seen from these ladies, I'm not trying to be funny. A lot of these ladies operate like ladies of the evening. Because I saw this one video where this lady was in, I think Target or Walmart with some guy who was with her. She wanted to take him to him to go to the supermarket with this guy she only known for 3 days. She only know this man for 3 days. And he helped her gather the food, put the food in the cart, walk the food up to the cashier, and then he goes to walk over there, I guess to smoke a cigarette. Then she calls him, well, ain't you gonna pay for this? He said, pay for what? Pay for this food? He looked at her like, I'm not doing that. He started saying, oh, well, you broken. Da, 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 da. He said, my kid gotta eat. He looked at her, took that cigarette, and slowly walked far away from her. Back in the day, what MC Recovery saying is, that's his push way. We saw a girl getting jumped. He's absolutely right. We was like, hey man, you can't hit that girl, man. Hey man, chill. Don't do that. Don't do this. And everything he said with the car is absolute facts. But these ladies set the playing field, Kosha. They said, look, we want you, but we don't need you.
Right.
What you
we
mean
want
by
you,
that?
but we don't need you. Right,
So
exactly.
That's like Lois Lane telling Superman, don't save me. He's the strongest hero in the world. Don't save me. You fall on a building. You want me to let you die? Is what you saying?
Right. Yeah. They've been brainwashed, man. And I've never seen the behavior this bad, but you know, Anton Daniels recently said he's becoming he support the passport bros. I'm gonna do a show on that.
I heard that. I was laughing.
Yeah,
I was
heard
laughing.
that too.
Right.
I was laughing, but what
that had me laughing too.
That had me laughing.
Shout out to Anton.
Absolutely. If anything, I like the fact that the way El Guapo handled Chaotic Truth. He could have flipped out on him. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He's a better man than me. I'll tell you that straight up. It would have been like, oh, you invite me to your nether regions. Oh, you talk about my family. Oh, you bring my wife? So check this out. I'm like, brother, I'm in NYC. You want me? Come see me.
Right.
You really want me? Let's go. I'm not gonna argue with you. It's like everybody's a gangster until it's time to be a gangster. Everybody's a tough guy on the internet until it's time to be a tough guy in IRL or in real life. And this, but I have to say, you know, these ladies ain't slowing down like El Guapo says. We gotta hold the line, y'all. That's all there is to it. It's not that we don't want to do this. Here's the thing. We've been trying to be with you for 50 years, ladies. 50 years. I'm 57 right now, and you made me go like, I want to help you, but I don't know how you're going to take it. I don't want nobody telling me they don't need me and, I'm misogynistic. I'm trying to do what my father taught me.
Right.
Even my father said, Hassan, you can't do that no more, man. So what you mean? He said, the ladies are not like your mother. You understand me? He said, you can't be nice to these ladies. These ladies are moving different. He saw this way back in the day before he passed away. He said, these ladies are not the same.
Right.
So what do you mean, Dad? He said, Hassan, you'd have to say, back in the day when I met your mom, I had to, court her, talk to her, take her out, spend time with her, build a rapport with her. You can't do this with these ladies.
Right, you can, right.
And I kept on asking him, Hassan, he said, look, check it. If I were you, he said, jokingly, but he wasn't joking. He said, when they had the whole Gulf War thing happening. He's not saying, so I was saying like Canada? I said, no, why? He said, you ain't going one for that goddamn bush. Don't worry about it. You meet your nice French girl, we'll come see her half French, half black babies. Don't worry about it. Me and mom will come by and see her. I'm like, all right. So, because the way these sisters were moving was breaking my old man's heart. It broke his heart. It went from him, Hassan, date black girls to Hassan, whoever you find that makes you happy, you be with that person, bro. That's what he told me. He said, because our ladies are finished. And he said this years before this manosphere stuff happened. Years. I thought he was crazy. I thought he was insane. But then I started seeing it in my own life with my last fiance, and who happened to be a single mother at the time, and I'm trying to so-called build with her. But it all came to a head when I had her and my brothers and my family over Mother's Day. We're giving our moms gifts because the very next month we gave my dad gifts. And some dude knocked on the door, talked about he had to see my girl, and we almost had a full-fledged man up in there. My brothers had to grab me because I was going to do him in the house. And my mother's big rule was don't fight in the house, but I almost went with my mother's big rule because the way he was talking to me.
Right.
And my brothers rushed him out of there, and my brother started saying, yo, what's going on? Actually, my brother, Norman, he passed away since. He was like, yo, you want me to get him for you? No, I don't want you to get him for me. Because I love my brother, but he had to do something to that dude. I said, I don't want you to get nobody. But I sat there and talked to her what was going on, but she kept on doing what she was doing. I'm saying that to say it's not that. It taught me two things. One, to trust myself. Two, to love myself. But more importantly, three, respect who I am. And don't get mad about how people move. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can't pay the passport bros. Being a passport bro or SYSBM or even MGTOW is a direct response to, this feminism, bro.
Right.
It's a response.
Yes,
We tried talking to you for 50, 60 years, ladies. We want to still marry y'all. But you keep telling me how much you don't need me, how much you don't want me, how much you can't stand me. I mean, the way they move, they like to hate us, bro. I'm not even mad about it. It's like, oh, you hate me? No problem. I'll go over here.
Right. What would be your biggest fear if you got married to an American woman?
When the shoe was going to drop? When's the other shoe going to drop? When's she going to start telling me how I'm a misogynistic and say, hey, baby, what I'm going to eat? Hey, but you got me some food? Oh, I've been working all day long. But baby, I've been working since 5 this morning. You can't make me nothing. I can cook for myself because my mother told me I cook for myself. But the lady about these American women, and don't get me wrong, I think black women are the most beautiful women in the world. But I started to realize, like Consular Dennis Sperling said, These are not our women anymore, man.
I
Not
agree
our
with that.
women, bro.
They're not.
I wish
Right.
I used to pray about it and hope they would be our women, but the way they're moving, man, they're moving like we're not a part of them. They were
Right.
made for us, y'all. But if you act like you hate me, I'm not gonna kind of bitch you like me if you already hate me, man. I'm not doing that. What the heck I'm gonna do? I mean, there's too many people out. There's too many women out there for everybody. I don't care what color that woman is. If she gives you love and respect and treats you well, what else do you need, man? I don't blame the passport brothers taking their passports to go on to Thailand and everywhere else. That's a direct response to the way these ladies have been acting. What did they expect? Then now you got these same ladies, not just white women, all women saying, "Oh, how come these guys won't approach me? How come they won't talk to us? How come they don't want to see us no more? How come they won't?" You round us off. Don't talk to me in the parking lot. Don't talk to me at the job. Don't holler at me in the grocery store. So now the guys are doing exactly what you asked. Why are you complaining? Don't approach us. Okay. Don't talk to me. You got it. Don't holler at me. All right. We're responding to what what you said. Why are you so upset?
Orange Pill, what are you seeing? And what is your wife seeing out here in the dating landfill? And then we're gonna end the show in a minute.
Yes, sir. So first, like even when it came to me and my wife, one of our earlier discussions, like, I had to remember my wife is still a modern woman. One of the conversations we had, we were having an argument, and I had to stop in the middle of the argument. This is like before we got engaged, and I was like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on! You talking to me like I'm a ninja? Like we talking like we're two ninjas, like arguing in the streets? Like here's the thing: my peace comes before any happiness. I will go find a woman that I love way less than you because I want more, but just to get more peace.
Mm-hmm.
That'll come first. So we're gonna nip this in the bud right now, and then we've been pretty good ever since. But those kind of conversations men need to have if they're gonna be with somebody. But that's just a little backstory to her. And but my wife is seeing, which is she's seeing a lot of women doing the same complaining and never leaving their relationships because my wife's a CNA, and boy, oh boy, they got a lot of relationship problems, and especially a lot in the medical field. Um, we're seeing, I'm seeing a lot of women, a lot of dealing with men. They're lazy daters. Is what one thing Kevin Samuels is really actually true. Um, they definitely like they'll see something like I can see the dude from clearly for who he is, but they see something different. They'll see a dude who's a pookie, and then all of a sudden, the way they describe him, he's going to be the next president. The way they describe him, I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, just like, no, that's not what's here. Oh no, he's mature. He's got this going on. He's going to get this license and stuff, and this stuff, and you're like, are you kidding me? And then I mean, I have women at my job. One woman, she's a good woman to work with, but she's got three kids from three different baby daddies,
Oh my goodness! Wow.
saying that she's not going to settle. And this is the stuff I used to think. Okay, is Kevin Samuels like paying people? Because this is ridiculous.
Wow.
But when I actually go to my job and I say, okay, what does the money does money matter? Well, as long as it has potential. Like I literally heard those words. I was like, wait, this is actually true. They're actually saying this stuff. When I used to think, oh, money didn't matter. Women want men and all this stuff, strong men and all this. But it's all about that money. They don't respect a man that makes less than them. They just
Right.
don't. That's what it always comes down to money. No, they want these strong men. They want men with game and all this stuff. Like, no, they don't. They'll maybe have kids by the dude, but as far as respect and longevity and stuff, they don't respect. At least at the least, they don't respect the man that makes less.
Hey,
And then
listen.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go no, you go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
To go back to that whole and it's funny, I've had conversations, and this is just kind of like the lack of respect for black men in general that I see. Like just talking to women at work, just because I talked to them about the Tory Lanez case. This is a little sidebar. Talk about Tory Lanez case. And I said, hey, do you think he did it? Now I thought they was going to say, oh yeah, he did it and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. They said, no, we believe that the friend, two sisters said this. We believe the best friend definitely shot Megan. But we believe that he still needs to get in trouble because karma for something else he did before. I'm like, wait, what? Karma? Wait, so he's not guilty of shooting her. Did you believe that the friend did it? But there's some karma there somewhere where he still need to get in trouble anyway. Like,
Right,
so it's
right.
like, so But what you about to say, Coach? I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah. So I'm gonna run this real quick. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this heifer. Hold tight. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this woman, Hassan, MC, and Orange. Then we're gonna end this stream. Hold tight.
My perfect man would be a tall black stallion. He loves to cook because I'm not really a good cook, so that's his thing. He loves driving. He loves driving the kids to school in the morning. He's just really, really hands-on, with my kids. He's sterile because he can't have kids of his own, so he really cherishes mine. He's funny. We do movie quotes all the time. Every time we go around, we just laugh and do karaoke. He's smart. He is very good with the money. He takes care of all that, and he just lets me, make the beds and just do me. I'm just tired.
Did y'all hear that heifer? That heifer got 3 kids, and the last I heard, she got another one on the way. 28, damaged, severely damaged, and said she want a man that let her do what she want to do. She fixed the bed. She spend his money. And he take care of not her children, but her children. That's how they say it in the South. They take care of all her children, guys.
To pay all my children.
I've never my life seen the level of delusion, man. I ain't never seen it, man.
Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
Talking about a squirrel man at that.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
There's a lot going on.
What she say? Hey, yo, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Forgive me for interjecting MC Recovery and Orange. I'm so sorry, but
do your thing.
Yo, check it. Those are crackhead thoughts, bro. I'm straight up saying. Those are crackhead. That's crackhead talking. She's a crackhead. She's not even in shape. She got kids by hella dudes, and she wants me to take my money to pay for everything and to make her life comfortable.
Right.
She wants me to die for her. The hell I will.
Right.
That's a hell nah, bro.
And remember, you coming in 4th place because it's gonna be her children.
No. You coming in 5th place, bro.
Okay, well, give me the 5th. Tell me why you say 5th.
Let me see. Her baby daddy come first. Them kids come second. Her mama come third. Her aunts come fourth. Her family comes fourth. And you number 5. Prove me wrong. You want to fight me? Let's fight. If she got pets, then you number 7. Then it's your done.
Yeah. Fido's number 5.
You know what I mean? So you 6.
He way at the bottom.
You 6. You at the bottom. Talk about wanting to get something to eat. I gotta feed my kids first. Wait a minute. They've been all day long. I've been working for you. What you talking about? But what are we doing? But she's not even in shape to ask for all of that. First off.
Said he likes to cook. That means he's wearing the apron.
You know what I mean?
And the bad thing is, guys, this woman sees you as an accessory to her life instead of her being a compliment first to your life. She see you as a servant of hers instead of her being a servant of you on the front end and you take care of on the back end. So she don't even value you as a man. She don't see no value in you. She only see you as a compliment to her own damn selfish needs. And that's why, man, if I was a single man, brother, I wouldn't even damn look past at no damn American woman, dog. There's no way in hell I'm settling for mediocrity, because most of them, if they in their 40s and 50s, they've been ran through. Yes, kids by other men, debt, a lot of baggage, emotional baggage from dealing with other men. They got all that DNA swimming in them.
but kosher, they'll say, but my kids are grown.
I don't give a damn. They are grown.
Yeah, they love saying that. My kids.
Well, that's fine. I'm like Tommy Stone, like, oh, F you and them kids. I ain't paying money for them kids.
Yeah, even the kids are grown, man.
I don't care. I don't care if they're all 25. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, man. Every
man. I don't want to hear it. My name is Paul, and that's between y'all. Don't put me in that.
Every man want him a feminine woman. They don't want nobody like no damn Leslie Jones. They want them a young Masuki. Hold tight.
Hey, girl. You gonna eat your cornbread?
Don't say nothing.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I think you're talking to you.
腰はひねって S 字型。
Yeah, they want you to eat that cornbread, not cornbread, but cornbread.
No, I don't want the cornbread. I want that sukiyaki to go. Give me that.
Give me that Mulan. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
But guys, notice how that femininity raised your vibrations as a man. Look how feminine she was compared to Leslie Jones. When you listen to Leslie Jones, your blood pressure goes up, the cortisols in your body goes up. But look at how a feminine woman can not only add value to your life, but also lower your blood pressure, man.
Yes, sir. Come on. Leslie Jones know the truth, man. She knows why these guys can't so-called get it up. She ugly, bro. That's a fact. That girl ugly. Right. Come on, man. Let's keep it 100. Let's be honest. If she was Halle Berry, she's older. Yeah, she have no problem getting no guys, aroused to deal with her. But Leslie Jones is Leslie Jones. And wait a minute, wasn't she a lesbian back in the day or something?
I think so.
Talk about she want a man. No, she didn't even get a clue. Ain't no man gonna stab that up. She washed up. Men and women put her hands on her. I don't want no piece of that. That's like, hey, you want a new PS5 or an old PS5? Yeah, give me the new PS5. But this old one got no controls. No. Give me the new one with all the stuff that comes with it. What you talking about? Nobody want nothing that's old and used. What are we doing?
Go ahead, brother. No, you go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Now, and to what that woman was saying before about it seems like that the women are looking for these. Also, they got this thing I've started here. Like they want these playful guys like to joke and play around, but also they want him leading and making money too. So who's gonna have this joyful, playful leader that got time to sit with you and play games? Because even with my wife, when we first started dating and stuff, I think a lot of these women, they'll watch TikTok and stuff, and they see these couples dancing and doing dances together and challenges and playing pranks on each other. I don't really care for any of that stuff. So my wife was kind of do all this. Oh, let's do like this dance thing. I'm like, man, I did it for like 2 seconds. I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, I got time for this little TikTok dances and stuff like that. So women want these playful jokester travelers that are somehow masculine men who are leading the world. Like who does the Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and other people world, they got time to do playful jokes and traveling with women? No.
Right. No, I agree, guys. I totally agree. Instant recovery. We're about to end it. You got anything else to say before I end it, man? This has been a good stream. I got another good one coming up tomorrow and Saturday. Y'all gonna love it. But MC, anything you want to add before we end the stream? And thank you, Hassan and Pink Orange Pill for showing some love.
Oh, not Pink Pill. Oh, Lord.
No.
Orange Pill. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just still laughing and stuff. But when I be bringing up these stats, kosher, big shit, because I work in the mental health field, and we had a meeting Thursday because winter started on Thursday as the longest candlelight homeless vigil. And I asked them, why is we calling single baby mamas families? Because we know it's about money, but I'm a single baby father. So what is we gonna do about getting these families back together, two family households? And I like what one of the people in our breakout group church does is because at least I see a lot of the small churches is trying to lock down on family values again. The small churches, because she said her church is teaching women how to sew, how to cook, just doing that. But it's like it's a lot of homeless people coming through too. So it's like everybody's starting over again. So hopefully we can partner, and hopefully I can get our pastor to go over there and partner, because I joined a smaller church that do a lot of outreach.
Good.
That give people things to do. So, and I invited him in the room in the county sector, so other people have a chance to be a voice more stronger than me because I'm a county employee.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, man.
Other than that, winter ain't no joke.
Yeah, it's here, man, and man, and I tell any man, don't settle for mediocrity, guys. We're gonna sign off. Thank you.
Wait, one more thing.
Go ahead, brother.
In Los Angeles, every night, 5 homeless people dies.
Oh wow.
Los Angeles County.
Wow.
Every night, or is that the California County? Dies. Not waking up. Frozen, gone. So when we wake up tomorrow, 5 more people gonna be gone.
And you know what, man? That's why I tell men to live their lives on their own terms, man. If they say they don't love you, don't want you, don't need you, I say go on with your life, man. But guys, anyway, y'all have a happy Christmas, a Merry New Year. A happy Christmas. I say a happy Christmas, a Merry New Year. Lord have mercy. A Merry Christmas.
Right. We got you. We got you, Coach.
It's getting late, Doc.
It's getting late, man. But guys, we're gonna sign off. I got some fire for your mind coming up. I got some good stuff coming up probably tomorrow. And some more good shows. Y'all gonna love them, man. I promise you gonna love them. And guys, when you don't donate, share the streams, and I appreciate it. So guys, we're signing off, and winter is here.
Fire for your mind. The kosher clinician.
Now, what does that actually mean? What that means is I represent that cold shoulder that you're going to begin to feel from black men. And we see you for who you are, black woman. We see you for the hate-filled individuals that you become because of your selfishness and your waywardness and your falling away from morality and what the Most High God wants for you. But let me tell you the difference between you and that white woman. That white woman stood by her man. Through 500 years of blood and guts, she stood by her man. And whether she liked it or not, she was right on board with him dominating this world. The Asian woman has been oppressed. The Asian man has been oppressed by 500 years of white male domination. So has the Native American and the Indian in India and the African and the Arab man, everybody. It's the white man's time to rule. Everybody gets a chance. Black people had 80,000 years, and you sat next to the black man when he ruled. For the past 500 years, the white man is ruling. Guess what you do? Instead of being good companions and getting in line and waiting your turn again, you want to crap all over the black man, even the ones that mean you well.
Fall comes to us in its own time. Fighters keepers, losers we.
Before there was the manosphere, I was. Before there was the internet, I was. I was that Sigma male crying out in the wilderness for justice and equality for those that are downtrodden and broken, those that are voiceless. I was the kosher clinician. Before I was the kosher clinician on the internet. My plight and my war cry for justice and humanity is nothing fake. But I've always been kosher. Then sit back and get this kosher fire. Hello everyone. Is there equality in America, fact or fantasy? First of all, I would like to salute all fellow human beings and most graciously those who are beacons of light for justice and righteousness. To vocally explain the tenets of equality, fact or fantasy, I must...
When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, then I strike, I go hard day and night, yeah. I go hard day and night. 1 to 1, no surprise. See the hate in their eyes. My brothers blood money bleed. I got the game in the squeeze. What would you do for some green? What would you do for some blues? Go pick and choose, the fam of the cheese. Some people not built like that. Some people get killed like that. Pressure like water, lights, mortgage, I've been at bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for nothing. Me, I go to war for something.
Before there was the manosphere, I was. Before there was the internet, I was.
When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike, I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, ain't all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if the dogs pretend? What if you roll to the end? What if you started again?
Fire! The kosher clinician.